go.
Well, you bet so. Come on. Oh,
She's getting the song ready. She's cueing the
Okay.
song.
oh, I can't believe this.
That's what happens when we're on time.
Ah, there we go.
Here we go. Here's a story that must be told about two ladies that are kind of old. One's a pastor, the other's not. They like to chat and cook and pray a lot. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. There's lots of laughter and lots of fun. Tuesdays on Facebook Live at 1. You'll never know what will happen when Lucy and Ethel are at it again. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. Cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook and pray. Oh, chat, cook, pray. Amen. Woo! We did it! And we're on time, except that we got messed up with the phone.
Well, I forgot to turn the sound on.
That was
that
it.
was a problem?
I don't know. But we've got a great meal today. Marty's going to cook. She's already got the one that she's cooked ahead of time warming up, and it's wonderful.
Oh.
And there's the phone. We need to remember to turn that off. Little by little, we try to get more and more professional.
Hello.
But sometimes we just forgot. Okay, hi Kathy Korn and Linda Stecklin are watching. Hi Jody and Lori. We're so glad that you joined us. I got a thing to read on this Jamaican dish. I've been trying to practice my Jamaican accent, but I can't get it. Since Marty's had me speaking so much French, I can't pull up the Jamaican, but I'm going to try when I read you the instructions. So she just got off the phone. She's coming back. You know, this
It was
gal's a whirlwind.
someone delivering prayer shawls, and they were worried because
Oh.
the painters had blocked out the front door.
Oh no, okay, okay. So
It sounds
anyway,
funny.
she's gonna start the dish. I'm gonna go over and get the stuff I'm gonna read to you. It's exciting. It's a beautiful day out. I
Oh
hope
my
you guys
gosh.
watch the show and then go out and do something. Okay,
All
I'm
right.
leaving it all to you, Marty.
Oh, well, good. Okay, we're going to start off with, I'm going to put a tablespoon of oil in the skillet. This is the easiest thing to use, is my avocado spray. And I just need enough in here for browning the onions in it and whatever else I'm doing.
Yeah. Just
Oh,
take a
gosh.
deep breath. You've been buzzing around too
Well, I
much.
had to run to the store because I forgot the soy
sauce. I know.
Okay, now let's see if I can figure out this new cooktop function.
You've used it a couple times, but it's all new.
Yeah.
Every day is a new day to us.
around here. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a tablespoon of sugar and I'm going to brown it, I'm going to stir it in the skillet till it starts to brown. And hopefully I don't do what I did at home, which was I burned it and had to start all over. So I'm going to
Okay,
be a
don't
little
do
more
that.
careful. I'm going to
Okay.
be more careful.
Hi, Maggie. Maggie's
Oh.
joined us. She says hi, Ethel and Lucy.
Oh,
We're looking good.
it's so good to see
Okay.
everybody today. I've been missing them. It's been a whole week.
I know, I
And
tell
just
you.
with you and how
I
boring
know how
and
boring we are,
Oh yes.
That's right. But what's the name of this? I forget the
Oh,
name.
it's Jamaican style beef stew, and
Okay.
it's because it has some of the spices of Jamaica, but a lot of times they would use chicken or pork, whereas instead of steak today, we're going to use hamburger because I can eat hamburger now, and
Yay!
I can't eat steak yet. However, on the 27th, we are going to have steak.
Oh my goodness. What are we
Yes.
gonna? You mean in our cooking show?
Yes, in our
Because you
cooking
can
show.
eat on the
The doctor
27th?
said I can try it. hopefully I don't choke.
Okay, yeah, I can't take that. I wouldn't be able to take that.
Well, you would. You know, you can do CPR.
I'd have to
can't you?
jump up and down on you or something, and I'd break your back. No, you can't choke. I will not let it happen.
Yeah, no, I'll be fine by then.
Okay.
Whoops. I'm gonna cut open my hamburger to get it ready to throw into the skillet.
Okay, so this stuff you put in there that you're putting in the oil, I missed what that was.
Sugar.
Oh, sugar.
And I don't know why they said to do that, but
that's
it did.
weird.
But it did taste good, so
Okay.
I'm voting for using it since
Okay.
it tasted good. I mean, at home I sampled it. I am not doing that here because somebody gets upset when I do that.
What do you do?
Sample the food while I'm cooking.
Oh
it.
yeah, I don't. Yeah, that's right.
But
You mean when you lick your fingers?
I've seen you do it.
I don't. Do I do it on camera?
No, you don't do it on camera. I guess that's the big.
That's
huge
the difference.
Oh,
Hey, I also want to tell you all, somebody chose our parking lot, and they're down from the chapel to dump a lot of cut wood.
It looks like good
But
firewood.
it looks like now some of it's going to have to be split because
Well,
some of
yeah.
these are big and round. But if you're needing wood for your fireplace, if you have a wood burning fireplace or a wood burning stove or whatever, you are invited to come pick up the wood that somebody decided to leave by our parking lot. And then there's also the big limb that fell out of one of the trees as you drive up the drive that the Boy Scouts cut up,
Yeah.
and that can be picked up too. It's hollowed out because that's why the limb fell, because it was hollow. So anybody who needs wood,
It looks like
come
really,
by and get it, because I think it's seasoned. Not
It
the one
looks-
that Lynn just fell out,
No.
but the ones that somebody
some
brought and dumped.
But that looks like really good wood. If I had a need for it and really felt like chopping up wood.
Right. Lori asked if anyone's else having problems today. I only hear a few words before it stops and buffers.
Huh.
Oh, and also, I forgot to make this announcement. Today's Chat, Cook, and Pray is brought to you courtesy of Bethel United Church of Christ in Kansas City. And remember, no matter where you are on life's journey, you are always welcome here. There you go. I just wanted you to know that.
Oh, I guess I forgot to brown the blasted onions. I mean the onions. I guess I'll do that now.
Oh, good. Sally is joining us. Hello from Kathy's friend Sally. Hi, hi, Sally. How are you? I'm so glad you joined us. And then Kathy Korn says, hi, Sally. So, see, it's just a big party. And see,
Yes,
that's
it
what
is.
I'm going to be talking about Sunday. The big
A party?
banquet. Well,
Oh.
it's a banquet.
It's a banquet.
Two different stories of a banquet. One in Luke and one in Matthew. They're very different stories. It's supposed to be about the same banquet, but different people are invited. But you guys are always invited to our little banquet. Now
Yes.
that's a hunk of meat.
Yes, it is. But
2 pounds.
2 pounds of meat, because it said 1.5 pounds of steak, and knowing that the hamburger cooks down and knowing how you like your meat.
I love it. Marty has her own way of determining, how much of anything. I'm not saying it isn't always good, but I mean, she will just, okay, so I'm just going to add another 1/2 pound of this. So
Okay.
that's how we get it.
Yeah, well, sometimes,
Okay, you tell me when I can read. Is this a
Oh,
good time to read while
it's a
you're...
good time to read while I'm browning the meat.
Okay,
because
so she's-
anybody can do that.
She's browning the meat, so I'm going to start reading Jamaican style cooking. Jamaica man.
Oh,
See
yes.
that? There, I got
Oh,
it.
you got it
Jamaica
good,
man.
Mom.
I did it.
You
I
did
did it.
You did it, Mom.
Okay, Joyce is joining us. Joyce Manley.
Oh, good.
Great. And I had somebody had a couple of sound issues, but it's whoever joined as Bethel United Church of Christ. I don't see a name on there, so I don't know who that is. They just found us today, it says.
Oh, they found us.
Yes.
Have we been lost?
We've been lost, and now we're found. Okay, here's some words on Jamaican cuisine. Okay, man. It includes a mixture of cooking techniques, flavors, and spices that's influenced by Amerindian. I never heard that word. African, Irish, English, French, Portuguese, Spanish, Indian, Chinese, and Middle Eastern people. Well, they have influences from about
They do.
a million places.
Kind of like us here
And
in
it's
the US.
because those are the different cultures that have inhabited the island. I wonder how many of you out there have been to Jamaica. Put a little hands up or something.
Oh, I have.
Okay, Arnie, I have not been to Jamaica,
Oh,
but
you haven't, Mom?
no, I
Oh,
haven't,
you
Mom.
would enjoy it.
Okay. It's also influenced by the crops introduced into the island from tropical Southeast Asia, all of which are grown locally in Jamaica. A wide variety of seafood, tropical fruits, and meats are available. Some Jamaican dishes are variations on cuisines brought to the island from elsewhere. These are modified to incorporate local produce and spices. Others are novel or fusion and have developed locally. Popular Jamaican dishes include curry goat. I'm glad you're not making that
Oh,
today.
no, the goat wouldn't stand still for
The
that.
goat would not be good. Hi, Jody. Hi,
Have you ever
Sharon.
Have you ever had goat?
Huh?
Have you ever had goat?
If I have, nobody told me that's what it was.
It's not bad.
Okay, it says Marty, under this person who's joined as Bethel, says Marty and I have both been there. So I don't know who that is that's joined as Bethel. Okay, okay, so curry goat, glad we're not fixing that. Fried dumplings,
Oh, I bet
ackee,
that's Randy.
ackee, and saltfish. Jamaican patties, along with various pastries, breads, and beverages, are also popular. It has a spread. Jamaican cuisine has spread with immigrants, especially during the 20th century, from the island to other nations, as Jamaicans have sought economic opportunities in other countries. African cuisine developed on the island as a result of waves of slavery, such as rice and peas, which is argued to be similarly cooked like the Ghanaian waki, kalaloo from the Angolan dish kalulu, and jerk chicken. I've had jerk chicken.
Yes.
From West African seasoning techniques. The fruit of the most popular Jamaican dish is ackee. Was also brought to the island by West African peoples, and it has contributed to such dishes as the vinegary escovitch fish, which contributed by Spanish Jews. Later, Cornish, which could be argued influenced the development of the Jamaican patty, a pasty-style turnover filled with spiced meat, and then more Chinese and East Indian influences can be found in Jamaican cuisine, like roti. They keep talking about curry goat and curry goat
Yeah.
as a result of indentured laborers who replaced slaves after emancipation and brought their own culinary talents. Allspice. Now allspice is really Jamaican,
Yeah,
also known as
I-
Jamaica pepper.
I never knew the
I
history
never
of this
knew
until
that.
I read it. I thought it was just
Okay.
I don't know.
Allspice, known as Jamaica pepper, myrtle pepper, pimenta, or pimento, is the dried, unripe berry of Pimenta dioica, a mid-canopy tree native to the Greater Antilles, southern Mexico, and Central America. The name allspice was coined in 1621 by the English, who valued it as a spice that combined the flavors of cinnamon, nutmeg, and clove. See if I've missed anybody. Okay, you guys, welcome everybody.
I think the one that's posting as Bethlehem United Church of Christ is Randy, because
Oh.
I had used his iPad and
Okay.
I set everything up in his system
Okay.
to do church service on Sundays.
Okay, so here we go. Several unrelated fragrant shrubs are called Carolina allspice, Japanese allspice, or wild allspice. Allspice is one of the most important ingredients of Caribbean cuisine. Under the name pimento, it is used in Jamaican jerk seasoning, though in principle the wood is used to smoke jerk in Jamaica. In the West Indies, an allspice liqueur is produced under the name pimento dram. In Mexican cuisine, it is used in many dishes. Allspice is also indispensable in Mid-Eastern cuisine, particularly in the Levant, where it is used to flavor a variety of stews and meat dishes as well as tomato sauce. In Arab cuisine, for example, many main dishes use allspice as the only spice. Well, it has enough spices in it.
Yeah.
Okay, should I keep reading or are you...
Oh, well, you can keep reading
Okay.
a little bit. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm just draining off the hamburger
Draining off the
juice.
hamburger juice,
Yeah.
or I mean oil,
Grease.
grease.
Yeah.
In Northern European and Northern American cooking, it is an ingredient in commercial sausage preparations and curry powders and in pickling. In the U.S., it is used mostly in desserts, but it is also responsible for giving Cincinnati-style chili its distinctive aroma and flavor. Using allspice in chili, now that's a different thing. Allspice is commonly used in Great Britain and appears in many dishes, including cakes and also beauty products. I hope I wouldn't get my beauty product mixed up with my cake. In Portugal, whole allspice is used heavily in traditional stews cooked in large terracotta pots in the Azores. The allspice tree, classified as an evergreen shrub, can reach 33 to 59 feet in height. Allspice can be a small scrubby tree. That's more my size.
Style.
Quite similar to the bay laurel in size and form. It can also be a tall canopy tree, sometimes grown to provide shade for coffee trees planted underneath it. It can be grown outdoors in the tropics and subtropics with normal garden soil. Smaller plants can be killed by the frost, although larger plants are more tolerant. It adapts well to container culture and can be kept as a house plant or in a greenhouse. So just think of that. You could grow an allspice tree in your house. Hi, Elaine. Okay. Here's some little more about allspice, and then I'm putting it over to Marty.
Okay.
To protect the pimenta trade, the plant was guarded against export from Jamaica. Many attempts at growing the pimenta from seeds were reported, but all failed, and at one time the plant was thought to grow nowhere except in Jamaica. Experiments were then performed using the constituents of bird droppings. However, these were also unsuccessful. Eventually, passage through the avian gut, whether due to the acidity or the elevated temperature, was found to be essential for germinating the seeds. Today, pimenta is spread by birds in Tonga and Hawaii, where it has become naturalized on Kauai and Maui. Allspice was encountered by Christopher Columbus on the island of Jamaica during his second voyage to the New World and was named by Diego Alvarez Chanca. It was introduced into European and Mediterranean cuisines in the 16th century. It continued to be grown primarily in Jamaica, though a few other Central American countries produce allspice in small quantities. So there you have it. All the knowledge you need to know about allspice.
I just thought it was like a mixture of all the spices, and they just called it allspice.
Okay. Poor Lori's having trouble getting on.
Well, you know, for
she's
anyone
gonna
that's
watch it
having
on her
trouble,
iPad.
I will be posting it on YouTube also.
Right.
And so that.
Okay, so now over to Marty. She's going to finish up this dish.
Yes, I am. Let me turn my thing back on here. Okay, we're going to stir in. Instead of using the fresh tomatoes, I decided canned ones were a whole lot easier. They were already chopped up, and I used those. Because I also looked online and it said that you could substitute, so I did.
Now, have you added the allspice yet?
No,
Okay, I didn't think so because I don't
No.
smell it.
no, I thought I would put in the veggies first and then
Yeah.
And then I already chopped up the celery and have that. That was the 3 stalks of celery. And then I have carrots. And
Oh, those are so cute.
they are cute, aren't they? They're my little carrots.
Little
I've almost
bitsy.
used up that whole bag I got at the beginning of this experiment. we've been doing it.
Experiment.
Okay, then we're going to stir in.
Do you have onion or that goes on top?
Well, I'm going to throw it in just a minute.
Okay.
I'm going to stir in because I need some more liquid. So, for the beef broth, I'm using my Herbox with no extra salt, and using that, and I have my cup of water. That's a half a cup, and another half a cup of water. My nice little wee
See,
jars that
she's
I
found a
saved.
way to use her
Yes.
wee yogurt jars.
Yes, I thought that was important to be environmentally conscious.
Oh yes.
And now I'll throw in the green onions that I cut up ahead of time. Okay, now we'll add in the other fun ingredients that seemed kind of odd when I was putting them in, but that did taste very good. So now I'm going to put in a 1/4 of a cup of barbecue sauce,
what's the thing? Sticky fingers.
Sweet
Sticky
Carolina
fingers.
Sweet.
Okay, I gotta go get my.
It was where are you running off to?
I gotta get my thing I'm gonna read today.
Oh, you forgot something. Okay, 1/4 of a cup of barbecue sauce. Oh man, I thought this was kind of a strange thing to put in there, but it really did taste good. All right, let's just stir that in. All right, now we put in 3/4 of a, let's see, we're going to put in 1/4 of a cup of soy sauce, which I had to run to the store and get today since I forgot it. Okay, 1/4 of a cup. This hard measuring cup's hard to see in. Okay, we'll stir that in. All right, then I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of steak sauce, and since I didn't have that, I'm using the Worcestershire sauce, which I found will work just fine. So I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of this, and this is a 1/2 tablespoon, so it'll be 4 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right. So once again, stirring that up. And then I'm going to add in a teaspoon of dry thyme. And once again, this is from Penzeys, which is my favorite spice place. And a teaspoon. I have my new measuring spoons, and I love them because they have long handles and they're narrow, so you can get them into jars like this without a problem. Okay, a teaspoon of thyme. And then 1/4 of a teaspoon of allspice. Aha, here's my 1/4 of a teaspoon. Oh, great. Okay. That smells good. 1/4 of a teaspoon of allspice. And 1/8 of a teaspoon of hot pepper sauce. Now, this is where I'm going to change things up a bit. I've got the hot pepper sauce, but I'm going to put that in, but I'm also going to put in sriracha sauce because that really made this dish taste wonderful.
Randy doesn't like celery stalks.
Oh, he's just whiny. He eats anything that I put in front of him. I mean, most of the time, unless I tell him, hey, taste this. What do you think? He's kind of on to me on that one. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and add the sriracha in. And let's see, I've got to add the garlic in first here. And my garlic is, at least I thought there was garlic in. Oh yeah, tablespoon of garlic. Oh my goodness. There's a tablespoon of garlic. And then we just stir that all in. And then I'll stir in, I'm going to stir in some of the, I'm going to do a little bit of salt and pepper because it will need that. Since I used everything was sodium free. And then the pepper, since it only calls for 1/8 of a teaspoon, I'm just going to grind some in until it looks about right. It's kind of to your personal taste of what you like, personally. And now for the sriracha sauce. And for that, what I did was I'm going to try some, and then I will I'm gonna try this much, and we'll see how it tastes, and I'll decide if we need anything more. Knowing that Pastor Karen does not like our food very hot, as far as spicy hot.
That's right.
Okay. And anyway, so we're just gonna stir that in,
Look at that.
and then I'm going to taste it because you have to do that with this. Notice a clean spoon, I didn't use anything else.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna test this and see if I need to add more. Yeah, a little bit more. Tastes very good. I found the sriracha just added a bit more of the onion flavor.
Yeah.
Okay, that should be good enough. And I'm gonna go ahead and stir in the thickening stuff because it's not gonna make any difference.
Right.
And that'll just save a step here.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna,
What do you use for thickening cornstarch?
I use cornstarch and I have 2 tablespoons of water in my nice little dish.
Okay.
And then I will put in, I have my cornstarch in my little special cornstarch container here. That would look like Tupperware, doesn't it?
Yes, yes it does.
Okay, we'll just put that in there like that.
Hey, we were going to tell you all too. You are welcome, if you would like, to share the Chat, Cook, and Pray with your friends. And of course, it's all posted on YouTube now. So if
Yeah. So
somebody asks you how they can get past shows, you just say, go to YouTube and put in Chat, Cook, and Pray.
And we pop up.
And we pop up.
And we're on, and also all of the Bethel services that I have put on Facebook are there. And
Kathy Corn loves garlic.
Oh, good, yes. So I'm just gonna stir this in, and then I'm gonna lower the heat on this and put on my aluminum foil lid, because I didn't bring in my good lid from home
For your
for my
pan?
pan. I have a nice lid that fits another pan at home, but I didn't wanna carry it around. So
I
figured aluminum foil. Okay, we've stirred that stuff all together,
Uh-huh.
and you can see, it's just a real colorful dish.
It
It's
is
just-
very colorful.
Well, I might be able to pick this up just slightly. It's kind
Just slightly. Don't peel it. There it
There.
is. Look at that. That's gorgeous.
Okay, now I'm gonna lower the temperature,
Okay.
because we don't wanna.
Ooh, that smells good.
All right, now, and I'm going to put
Yeah.
our fancy lid on. And we'll let this continue to cook
Yeah,
away.
don't let it get water and drip down.
Oh, that's true, this,
That's the problem with that.
yeah, it doesn't like that on my induction cooktop. If you do that, it shuts off. All right, now I will get the
What do
dish
we wanna
over
do?
here that I've already prepared.
Okay.
So you stand right there.
Do you want me
look
to-
Look in the screen. and
Okay, but Shalish Sanil is watching. I told you Kathy Corn likes garlic, didn't I?
Yes, you did.
Okay, and it's
Oh.
Jaya
And so here's
Kuriwa.
our dish for today.
Yes, there it is.
And now I'm going to scoop some of this up for us.
Okay, very
And-
good. Yummy. And I'm gonna get us something to drink.
Oh,
What do
just-
do you want water? Do you
Yeah,
want...
water. Just, I think there's a bottle of water in there. Let's grab that. That'll be
Okay.
quick. Anyway, this is just a nice, and I'm not serving it with the rice and that because I have that saved for another recipe that I'm going to be trying. This is next week's dish. We're going to be doing German style food because it is Oktoberfest, you know.
That's right.
So, anyway, we have our 2 plates of food here.
I'll
And-
take them.
You will take the food and get over by the table and I'll
Okay.
turn it around.
Okay.
Okay, here we
And we'll
go.
put my little flour over there.
Okay, yes,
We can see them.
you've had quite the presence this week.
Well, I and nobody ever signs their names. I've gotten some lovely cards that have some signed names, but I've gotten these gifts, and these mums were sitting in front of my door this morning. I don't think you can see the mums.
Well, I had them
But
where you
I
could.
know, but then it'll cover
No,
up your
it didn't.
face.
It didn't. It's okay.
Okay, put them over.
Where am I
They're
going?
still not there.
Ooh,
there
there
they
they are.
There they are.
Here, I'll
There's-
put them at the whole thing, and then I'll move.
Yes, there they are.
Okay,
Pretty,
there they
pretty
are.
yellow mums.
Yes, they are. They're gorgeous. You can see a little bit of them there.
Yeah.
And then I will come around.
Come around.
Whoops.
Okay.
Oh. Randy said Terry's gonna love this meal.
This meal. Terry's gonna love this meal. Okay.
Yeah, that's what Randy said.
Okay,
You know,
very
you won't believe what he says.
Okay, I'm gonna pray. See, I
Oh,
didn't
very
forget.
good. Very
There you
good.
go.
Bonus points.
Gracious and loving God, we ask that you pour out your blessings on this food. Pour out your blessings on all those watching today and all those around this nation and this world. We just ask that whatever strength we get from being with one another and eating this wonderful food that we use to your good works. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay.
Oh my gosh.
I'm ready to.
Yes, let me know what you think.
I will. Jamaica. Jamaica Mon. See, now I can say that. That sounds Jamaican, even though I'm sure it's not. But Jamaica Mon. That is really tasty.
Mm-hmm. And it's just a few ingredients. I mean, you know, it looks like a lot of stuff, but
No. I mean, it's really, and, you know, just having that little bit of sugar
mm-hmm.
just gives it that little bit of sweetness.
Yeah, it kind of, I don't know what it did exactly, but it made a difference.
But I'm sure that has to cook down for what, 30 minutes or so? Or
Yeah, about 30 minutes, and that way you'll have something.
Mm. But it is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. You know, I can't wait till we start pulling together all these recipes
Mm-hmm.
and see how many recipes we're going to have to
Well, and I'm
make
going
up
to
a
include,
cookbook.
we have some recipes that were sent to us by our
Mhm.
watchers, our loyal supporters, and
Right.
I'm going to include those in, even though we haven't cooked them, because some things are a
Well,
little
here's
hard.
Darlene. Hi, Darlene.
Some things are a little hard for us with our kitchen, such as it is. There's a really good one for the cookies that Pat Armstrong sent.
Ooh, yummy.
We
Yeah.
liked the samples, we ate them.
No, I'm not going to talk. Wait.
You're not?
So, if you'd like to send in a recipe, even if we don't get around to making it, it'll go in our cookbook that is now living virtually in our heads. But we will make sure that those recipes are included because it comes from our faithful watchers of the show. So get something in and we'll put it in the cookbook. There was something that passed through my head and already out. Oh, I know what it was. I don't know if you got to watch the promo we did for the crop walk, but at this point right now, we are over $1,000, which is wonderful
Mm-hmm.
because this is a virtual walk. Last year, I believe we made $1,500. So wouldn't it be great, even in this time, that we collected enough to match or surpass what we did last year? And all the information is on that video, where to link in and go to donate. Now, a lot of our donations, or some of them, have come in through mail, so that's not included on their link because they have no idea that it's out here. That's why it's kind of nice to do it on the link because it goes directly to the team and shows you how much we have collected so far. So, if you're moved to give to the crop walk, then just go ahead and do that. And I still have to send out, I did get the information on how you can bid on the quilts for Festival of Sharing.
I put that in the,
Huh?
I put that in the letter.
The quilts?
Oh, no,
No.
I put in the stuff for the, Clay County Clothes Closet
Right. Clay
virtual
County Clothes
auction.
Closet has a
That's
virtual auction, and
on
that
the 8th.
information's in your letter.
Yes, 8th through the 10th.
But we can't start bidding on the quilts until November 5th. But you need to register. If you're gonna bid, you need to register. And I'm going to be sending you, or I'll be asking Marty how I can do this, but I think I just need to forward it to you, how you register and so you can bid on the quilt. I've registered up here as Bethel, but if you're interested in any of the quilts, there are 81 quilts, and you can go online right now and look at all of them, and they are beautiful. There are so many beautiful quilts this year. So hopefully you will register and bid on one yourself. The two that Bethel has offered, one is from Debbie Robinette's mother. It's called Follow the Star. And council,
Don't bid against us on that.
yeah, don't
one,
bid
please.
against us on that. Council has given us a amount that we can go up to bid on that for Bethel. So that's what we'll be doing from Bethel. We'll be bidding on Follow the Star. The other quilt's called Around the World, and it's from Peddler's Wagon, which is a quilt shop that Terry Hawes had in Parkville.
And retired.
She's the daughter of Gene and Jenny McCarty. And this last year she retired, closed the shop, and this was a quilt that was on display, and she gave it to us to give for a gift from Bethel for the auction. It's a beautiful quilt also, so you'll want to look at it. And there's many, many other beautiful quilts.
Oh, also, we need to put in a little bit of a promo to, for Backpack Shepherds. And if you noticed in your letter that some of you have gotten, they are needing foods because Harvesters did not have any canned vegetables. So kind of be watching for sales on vegetables, and if you can help out with that, there's a box just inside the door at Bethel that you can put your contributions in, and there's a whole list, and I can probably put that on our Facebook page also, so that you can see what things they're needing. The need is very great
Yeah.
this year,
Very great.
as always.
And they're gonna start. I saw that their packing dates had been sent out, so they're gonna start the packing. And this is such a important year. There is a lot of hunger going on, and due to the pandemic, due to people's loss of jobs, it's so important that we support any kind of effort to give food, and that's why I love Crop Walk. It's a great, great ministry. So, Crop Walk, give your canned goods for Backpack Shepherds. It's just a busy time,
It is.
and I'm also wanting to let you know how grateful I am that Bethel continues to be generous and giving for the church itself and for ministries that we support. I just think it's been an amazing thing to see your generosity, and so I just want to thank you for that, because it would be an easy time to not
sure will.
watch and not stay involved. And so everything we do, I want it to get us involved. I have 4 people that have let me know they are interested in a Bible study. I'm going to wait for the rest of this week to see if there's any more. Right now, I'm thinking of doing it in the late afternoon, or possibly if all of the people that are interested are at home right now, I can probably pick a more of a daytime. If not, we'll do an evening or maybe even an early morning.
Not on Monday nights or Thursday nights, that's football nights.
Well, we'll only have like a 45-minute Bible study. But I'm just so happy that I've got 4 already interested. So let me know, send your name in, so I know you're interested too. It's going to be, I think it'll be neat. Wow, I've been talking too much. I didn't get to finish my food.
You better hurry up and finish it, man. I'm gonna go over and check my skillet to make sure everything
Okay.
is wiggle on.
Check your skillet.
I don't wanna make a mess.
So I didn't get to check. I didn't get to check and see how many people had been to Jamaica.
Oh,
So I don't know if some of you typed that up and now that's past my eyeballs or whatever. But if you've been to Jamaica and you've eaten a specific dish over there that you really liked, type that dish in. I'd like to see what Jamaican dishes you all have tried. You know, Marty, I really like this. I may want some more.
well, good.
Because this is very yummy. There it comes.
Here comes your meal. Delivery.
It is very good, you all.
That sriracha just adds enough of a flavor to it that it just, I don't know, it really improved it because I tried it without
Really good.
I tried it without the sriracha and it just wasn't the same.
You know, I can take a little spice. It's just if it's real hot and then it burns so bad my eyeballs come out. I can't take that.
Yeah, it's got ugly too.
This is good. Well, I tell y'all, fall is here. Have you noticed the leaves all changing? And there will always be some time during the heat of the summer that I'll be driving down Harvin, coming to church, and I look at all the trees and I think to myself, these are all going to be changed pretty soon, you know. And then I don't think about it anymore. And then all of a sudden I drive down and I start seeing all the changes on the trees, and I think it got here and I didn't even realize how much time had passed. Marty and I were talking about this morning how it wasn't that long ago that on February 5th was that Super Bowl Sunday. Remember when we all wore our red and took a picture, and doesn't that seem like eons ago?
Yeah.
I mean, and it wasn't too long after that then that we stopped services due to the COVID pandemic, which is still, unfortunately,
It was like 5 weeks later.
yeah, like 5 weeks later we stopped services. I mean, it happened all that quick that everything started tumbling
You
down,
left
tumbling
town
down.
and look what happened.
We went to Guatemala in February, and
Then you left and
then I
went to-
went up and did a installation service in Wisconsin, and then got back, and
Whew.
after that
we were gone.
it just happened so quickly. But I do think that Bethel has done amazingly well due to the knowledge of technology and Marty and Jeremy and the sound systems and stuff, that we've been able to have so many things online, and that has been such a blessing. And who realizes it, you know, at the time? You don't even think about it, and then now that it had to happen, it just, you know.
Well, knowing that we have limited resources here, we have limited internet speed. It's just not available in our neighborhood. Period. So that's an issue, and we've kind of tried to work around that one, and
Yes.
so that's why we can't do our YouTube church services online directly from the church because we don't have enough
Power.
upload speed. It just is too slow.
So right now, Marty and Randy are doing both a live and a taped service, and that's double work. But for those that want to see it live, you just have to
It's not as
accept
it's not as
not as
good.
clear. And
You know,
but then
it's,
when she posts the one that she tapes onto YouTube, that is about as
yeah, it's a high def.
that's a high def.
It takes me a
tape.
little longer because I'm doing it in high def, but to me it's worth it. And yeah, it just and the problem with doing the Facebook Live, you can't see what the picture is in front of you.
Mhm.
You're behind the camera, and you don't see anything.
Right.
So you have no idea what you're shooting. It's like, and then if you look around, then they see your face looking at them.
Like
It's
what
really
happens here. You know
Yeah.
how I look around, or
Yeah.
you'll see my paper flopping in front of the camera. It's because
Yeah.
I don't realize I'm doing it.
Yeah. we
Okay.
can't,
Let's see. Both Paces have been to Jamaica. Favorite dishes include dark rum.
Yeah.
Now that's a good dish.
Oh, I got a funny story on that one.
Oh, and then Brandy says, for example, bread pudding.
Oh yeah, he doesn't get that from me very
Mhm.
often. Well, we sponsored an officer from Jamaica,
Uh-huh.
and they had 5 children.
Right.
The oldest 7 and the youngest 1.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. The mother said, and the father said, no more. And the kid says, no, we want more children. They said, no. Well, every time we have an officer at Leavenworth, we have what's called a food fair, which is you come and you bring, it's a potluck meal, and the officers from their countries bring a dish native to them, typically, and us Americans bring whatever because
Yeah.
we're multicultural. And our officer from Jamaica brought rum cake. Now, we
Ooh,
also
rum cake sounds
oh
good.
well, and we also
I want some now.
we also sponsored an officer from let's see, he was from it was one of the Muslim countries. It wasn't Saudi. It was a small, they're very, very poor Muslim country. Anyway, he was going through the food line with me. He always stuck right beside me. He trusted me for some reason. That was the scary part. Anyway, so I said, "Oh, this is the rum cake from Jamaica," and knowing that he was very strict about absolutely no alcohol, he takes a slice of this rum cake, even though I kind of warned him.
Mm-hmm.
And we're sitting at the table eating. He takes a bite of that rum cake, Major yawn. And let me tell you, the reaction on look on his face was priceless because, unbeknownst to me, my Jamaican family, she did not measure things. And she had just put a whole glug of, I mean,
Oh.
it was really, whoa, you could have gotten drunk on a piece
Is
of
that
cake.
right?
Oh, it was
How
really
funny.
good, but it was very strong. So, yeah.
Well, so share that if you are thinking about it. Okay, I want to know. Look for the new PK and Marty bobbleheads coming soon.
I hope they're not real ones.
I'm thinking now. Have you guys gone and ordered
No.
some bobbleheads or drawn it up to look like us?
Oh,
That would be too funny. Anyway, I want to share with you today a word for the day. I have read from this pastor before. Her name is Cameron Trimble, and she shared this word because there's been so many things going on, and I think there's times when stuff gets really heavy, like this last week was with all the news. We get discombobulated, and believe me, it doesn't take much anymore to discombobulate us, does it?
No, we're kind of a circus around
You know.
here.
So, but I read this and I thought, well, this is something that I think some of us might want to consider doing. She says, with all the trauma and drama that we're living in, I felt I was losing my bearings. So I wrote a letter to myself. I wrote it as if I was 20 years older than I am today.
Uh-oh.
I imagined my older, wiser self writing to the person that I am today, offering advice. I share it with you, not to say adopt this as your wisdom, but more to say, if you need to remember who you are, this exercise might help. Try it. And she calls this In Search of Me. So remember, she's 20 years older, and she's writing to herself as she was today. Dear one, you're sad. It's okay. You're anxious. It's okay. You're exhausted. It's okay. You're grieving what used to be, and it's okay. You're worried about what is ahead. It's okay. Everything you are okay. You're making hard choices. What in your life will you keep? What will you let go of? What in yourself will you keep? What have you outgrown? This is the work that only you can do. No one is going to save you from this work. No one is going to tell you what to keep of yourself and what to let go. So take your time, listen to God's urging, trust your intuition. You are wiser than you know. When you are ready, and only when you are ready, prepare for the hardest part. Letting go is not the easy part. Letting go is the easy part. Creating your new self is the real work. Life and death are things we understand. It's the next part. Life, death, and life again. That's the part no one wants to endure. It's the new birth, the resurrection, the rising, the awakening, that you will never be the same again transformation. That is the point of it all. But the change we fight the most. Listen now. You can kill this great work within yourself with a simple thought. You can tell yourself, I'm not worth it. You can tell yourself, you are not worthy. You are not brave. You are not resilient. You are not lovable. You are not. But you are. You always have been. You just couldn't see it. You are worthy, brave, resilient, and lovable. Every wound, every achievement, every disappointment, every breakthrough, all of it brought you here. And now you must learn to see what has been true all along. Lean in. Be all in on this. Commit to your transformation. It won't be easy. Or maybe it will be. But have no doubt, dear one, it will be worth every single step. And then she ends with, I needed this letter for me, but maybe it will help you too. We are in this together. So I just thought those words were really important right now. We have gone through months now of transformation. And I think sometimes we don't look at it as a transformation. We look at it as a problem, a bother, a wish it would be over
Maybe
kind
a
of thing.
punishment sometimes.
Yeah, and I think some people see it as a punishment from what I don't know where or who. But I think we need to step into it like she says and know that through this time we are being transformed and hopefully keeping the best of ourselves and letting go of those things that never mattered anyway. And it's the same with the Church Universal. We are being transformed, and what will be a result of the transformation, we're not sure. But as we go through it, what we pray for is that it will bring God's realm even closer and to more people than ever before. And in some ways, that's already happening with our online services, with so many people doing things virtually. And
Well, and I'm really excited for our Sunday school.
yes, our virtual Sunday school. I know that the CE board has sent out a survey to all the Sunday school parents, and they're waiting to hear back from you all so they can start looking at how to best do Sunday school and stay in touch with the kids. And so it's exciting. It's challenging. It's unprecedented in so many ways. But, God likes to throw curves at us and see how we're going to respond.
It challenges us to think and
That's
to
right.
do, because we have so many resources at our hands that we don't even think about.
Right.
We take it all for granted, and then suddenly I can't just get up and run over here without my mask on and that. And it's like, don't look at it as an inconvenience, look at it as a way to think differently.
Right. And so it's just that change is here, and it's here every day, And now for us, this change is more than just
This is a whole
yeah,
world
this
change.
is a transforming change. And so we have to live into that transformation and get ourselves to a point where we need to figure out what is it about us that we love so much that we're going to try to keep doing, and what is it we can let go of that's been nothing but a bother and has not been that important. And so that's what we can think about. So think about if you were writing a letter 20 years from now back to
Oh.
yourself today.
Think about how old you'll be.
I know, I don't want to think about that.
Keep
Hopefully I
slowing.
could still write. Maybe
That's what I was thinking. Do you think that's going to be a problem?
maybe we write it today like she
Oh, I'm
is.
thinking maybe that's
I
a good
think we
idea.
write it today as though it's 20 years from now, and then we'll dig it out. That's exactly right. Oh my goodness. Let's see, we've gotten some people here. Oh, Randy says somebody was from Yemen.
Oh, yes, Major Miad was from Yemen. The one that,
Okay, Major Miad was
that-
from Yemen.
yes, that sampled the
Deb
rum
McKim
cake.
is watching.
Oh, good.
Hmm.
From Iowa.
Well, I tell you what. Again, it's been a great day. Wonderful, wonderful recipe. This truly is, like Randy said on one of his earlier things, this is comfort food. And it was very comforting to me.
Look at where all the people watch our show are
I've got to
from.
share this with you. Marty has her little special ways of going in and finding out who all's looking at the thing. Now, not their names, but
But where
where
they're
they're from. Listen to this. We have people watching from Lebanon, Ghana, Mexico, Brazil, the Philippines, Pakistan, Myanmar, Bangladesh, Taiwan, Jamaica, India, Antigua and Barbuda, or Barbuda?
Yeah,
Barbados.
Barbuda.
Okay, Japan, South Africa, Chile, Dominican Republic, Spain, Venezuela, Indonesia, Ireland, Ecuador, Sri Lanka. Just one watching from each of those countries, but just one watching on a lot of them. But mostly, of course, we have our United States followers. 610 of them actually have followed our show.
Yeah.
And then she breaks it down into the different cities around Missouri and Kansas, and Dallas, and
Look, New York,
New York, and
California.
Punjab,
That's in Pakistan. Yeah.
That should have been over here.
No, because
Oh.
it's city. It's a
Oh,
city.
it's a city. Lahore, Punjab, Pakistan.
Yeah.
Los Angeles, Parsons, Tennessee.
Florida.
Is that Hawaii?
Yes.
AI?
Yeah.
AI?
Yeah. HI.
So this is so cool, and of course we like
Oh,
going
there's
out and seeing, but it
Quezon
says
City,
there's
the
nobody
Philippines.
there.
Well, that just isn't. Don't worry, they follow, but they haven't liked us.
Oh, they haven't liked us.
Oh no!
Oh, no.
How could they do that?
Oh
We like us,
no!
don't we?
Of course we do.
Oh, good.
But anyway, see, you never know how far out you're
The-
touching people.
Oh, the internet. Just
With
think,
the-
if we were doing this pandemic without the internet,
Oh, my goodness.
it would be a real challenge.
Well, I don't know what we do.
Well,
But anyway, you all, again, get ready with our
Oh,
little
yes,
thing.
Dawn.
It's time to go. It was so good visiting with all of you. I just love you. And there's Amal.
oh yes.
He says he
She.
loves you.
She.
She says she loves you, Marquita.
Oh yes.
Okay, so she's watching.
Good.
And don't forget to hit the like button at the top of this page.
Yes.
Is that for us? Or
No,
they-
that's for them.
Oh, like us.
Yes, like us. Please like us and follow us.
Like
We
and
need-
follow.
We need followers. Oh, and if you watch on YouTube, press the subscribe button, because then that way we know who's out
Who's
there.
out there?
Yeah, it makes us look good.
Right. So, we're going to look for you next week. Have a wonderful week. We love you all, and we're going to kazoo you out. Here we go. Jack, cook, and pray. Oh,
Cook and pray, oh, chat. Cook and pray, oh, chat. Cook, pray, amen.
See you next week.
See you next week. Bye.
Bye.